So what was your message for the guys if you've talked to them yet today?
Yeah, I think obviously, really, we control our own destiny. You know what I mean? And we got a great opportunity in front of us at home, and we got to go handle business. That's the bottom line. That was it.
For Julian, it is a shoulder.
Yeah.
And I guess to piggyback off that, with him being out the rest of the regular season, what opportunity do you think that presents for Nick Crosby?
It presents a lot of opportunity for a lot of guys. Obviously, guys are going to have to step up. Losing Julian is a big loss. He's been playing at a high level, but we have full confidence in the guys that are going to step up and go make plays for us.
Can you kind of expand just on like all the range of things Julian kind of does for your defense and maybe how you guys have to account for that?
Yeah, I think obviously getting the takeaways is big. He's gotten a few takeaways this year. He's been good in run fits. Communication on the back end is big. He's been making a lot of plays and playing at a high level, like I said. And losing a guy like that, it hurts. But again, we have full confidence in the guys that are going to go in and step up for us.
Shane, with so much on the line this weekend, next week, these players know what's going on. Is there a balance between saying, hey guys, here it is, but not too much? I mean, is there a balance there or not?
Yeah, there's a balance. I think, like you said, they know what's out there. We all know what's out there, but we got to go execute, right? And it starts with the weekly preparation. I've been saying it all year, and it's like, hey, what are you guys going to change? Is anything going to change, with what's at line? No. I mean, if we change what we're doing now, then we haven't been doing it right all year. You know what I mean? So we got to go out and execute and have a great week of preparation and go get it done.
What have you seen from the Raiders? It feels like their defense is stepping up.
Yeah, they're playing at a high level. Starts with 98, one of the best players in the league. Obviously, we got to have a plan for him. Kuntz on the other side, he's playing really good football. They got good players on the back end. I think they're playing with a lot of energy and a lot of effort. Big win, obviously, against Kansas City last week. Offensively, they got a lot of weapons. Devontae Adams, the premier receiver. The back's really good. The tight end's good. Renfro's a good player. They got a lot of talent, so we got to be ready to roll. We got to bring great energy, great effort come Sunday, and go out and execute.
It's like sometimes we classify pass rushers like high motor guy or just like freaky guy. Is Crosby kind of across?
He is everything. He does it all. He is the high motor guy. He's an elite pass rusher. He's an elite run defender. He makes plays, and even when you double team him or whatever teams do, he's still rolling, and he finds a way to make plays. So we got to be on it, know where he's at, and go from there.
I know they're different players, but having gone against Watt, Garrett, Hendrickson this year, is there anything you can just take away from the plans to get those guys you can now apply to Crosby?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the scheme part of it, but anytime you got an elite pass rusher, an elite player, you got to know where he's at.
Between you and Buck and Minshew after the game, everybody indicated that there wasn't enough juice, it was not acceptable, all that stuff. Do you look back and see any warning signs that you can avoid this week, or have you talked to your leadership council and figure out what happened?
Yeah, no, I think we didn't coach well enough and we didn't execute well enough. And I think going forward, we got a great opportunity, right? Similar to what happened in Cincinnati, right? We didn't play our best in Cincinnati and we bounced back against Pittsburgh. We didn't play our best against Atlanta, and now we got an opportunity at home to bounce back against the Raiders. And that's the focus, is going to win this football game. That's the bottom line.
One thing on the inconsistency, does the running game kind of go with that? Because you've really had trouble finding the continuity with the running game.
Yeah, I think we've had our weeks, right? Obviously, we had a good week against Pittsburgh, and then we didn't have it last week, and we got to get that going. I think obviously the run game's huge. You can lean on the run, that opens up the pass game, and we got to be great up front this week. I think both sides of the football, offensive and defensive line, we got to set the tone.
What do you think is the key to just shoring up the run defense? That's something that obviously you all would like to be better than last week.
I just think maintaining your gaps, being gap sound, obviously being physical at the point of attack. Linebackers fitting their gaps, defensive line, disrupting their offensive line is going to be big. That's the main focus.
How big is the home field advantage for you these next two games?
I think it's huge. Anytime you get to play in front of a home crowd with the noise that our fans bring, I think it's awesome. So it's going to be huge for us.
How is Michael doing? Pittman, is he still in the protocol?
He's still in protocol, but he's progressing well.
Kind of seeing the way that Antonio Pierce has come in and stepped up as interim head coach for the Raiders, it seems like they just have a new energy. Like, as a head coach, especially in your first year, how has it been kind of seeing their development, the way that he's kind of undertaking this position and kind of helped change the culture of that locker room?
Yeah, no, they're feeding off his energy. They're playing at a high level. You can see it by the way they're playing, and they're executing well. And it's going to be a heck of a challenge for us on Sunday, but one that we're definitely looking forward to.
Pittman, what is it about him that allows him to produce high volume numbers, even though defenses know he's going to get the ball a lot, but he's had 8 catches like 10 different times?
Yeah, I think just this physicality at the top of routes, creating that separation, run after catch. Again, I've said this a whole bunch about Pittman, but the preparation that he puts into it means a lot to him. He cares about it, and he finds ways to get open.
While in Philly, you got to see Marcus Epps in person, and now you're going to get to see him this upcoming weekend with the Raiders. Just kind of describe what makes him so effective as a player.
He's a really smart football player. Studies film. He knows what's going on the back end, communication-wise. You can see that he does a great job with his run fits on the back end, reading route concepts, all those different things. So got a lot of respect for him. Looking forward to seeing him on Sunday.
How has Will Mallory grown for you guys?
Yeah, he's done a heck of a job. He, as a pass-catching tight end, obviously he's made some plays for us. He's done some good stuff in the run game. He had some good blocks in the run game. But to see that development from a young player progress throughout the year is huge. It's a testament to him and how he prepares, and also Tommy Manning, our tight end coach, getting him ready to play.
Does he play the same type of role as Kylan? Is it different? Like, what role does he slot in at for a tight end?
A little bit of both. I mean, those guys obviously are good, both pass-catching tight ends. But again, they both done a really nice job for us.
Nick Cross, Good's brother was saying he's got to have a lot to, I guess, keep clear because of the different roles on the team. How would you describe how he's maybe just grown throughout that process of making sure you're ready, no matter if you got to be the free safety, strong safety, backup nickel, things like that?
Yeah, when you play at different positions like he does, and then the role he plays on special teams, the preparation that he puts into it has been huge. And he stepped up and made some plays. Had the interception against Pittsburgh. Made plays on special teams. Just his focus, his relentless effort to get himself ready to play has been impressive to see.
Do you have to rethink his special teams role at all now that he has to play more?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to remind yourself he's 22? Like, he's a second-year, 22-year-old? Like, how many guys have you had, I guess, that age playing in the NFL?
We got a few young guys playing right now, some rookies. Obviously, he's in his second year, but he's stepping up. I think you want to see that growth, obviously, from year 1 to year 2, and you're seeing that growth, and that's what you want in these guys, to grow and get better every year as they progress. And just the way, some guys find their routines, and they stick to them, and that's how you grow. Everyone has their different deals. Sometimes you piggyback off a veteran player, and then you find your way, and then you go from there, and then you have a long career in the NFL.